Hi everyone, it's Dora here. How are you doing? How are you doing, Mama? This is a video just for you and just for us mums. I felt really compelled to do a video just for mothers and parents. So yeah, this is something that came out of the new moon in Cancer for me that we experienced on Tuesday. So I'm trying out a new format. This is going to be a longer video, so more than those 5 minutes that I have been doing previously for my general updates. But yeah, I've got quite a few things planned for you in this video, but I'm going to include some timestamps within the description box below so that should you want to come back to this video at some point in the future, because maybe, you haven't got enough time to do all of this in one go, it's there for you and you can just jump straight into those sections that are specifically interesting to you. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is very briefly, I want to touch upon the new moon in Cancer that we experienced earlier this week. Secondly, I want to talk about the one thing, my top tip for making sure that you have a relaxing holiday vacation. A lot of us are going away again now. It's that time, it's the season to do it. And then thirdly, I want to do a very quick relaxation exercise. Again, you can return to this time and again. And finally, I want to pull an oracle card. There's this new deck that I got for my birthday from my niece. Shout out to her. She won't be watching this. She's not a mother. And so far, I've worked with it a few times. And so far, I always pulled the same card. So let's see what comes up for all of us, for the collective mums today. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is the new moon in Cancer. So we had that on Tuesday, and I just wanted to ask you, this is sort of something you can ask yourself. Maybe you want to journal around this, or just keep it in the back of your mind and think about this as you're going about your day-to-day. What newness has shown up for you earlier this week? So I'm talking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Have any kind of emotions been knocking on your door? Has anything landed on your plate, metaphorically speaking? Has any kind of newness or new ideas, maybe new cravings, new things of how you want to be doing things? Has anything new landed on your plate? Yeah, what's been showing up for you? I'm interested to hear. So this is what doing videos just for mums, that's something that came up for me, and it came up organically. Ordinarily, I do have a moon practice. I mean, not strictly every single lunation, but generally speaking, I will have like a sort of ritual session around a full moon and a new moon where I set some intentions or I let go of stuff. I burn some candles, I work with crystals, I do like elaborate tarot spreads for myself, some journaling, etc. I didn't do that, however, for the Cancer new moon. I just allowed organically, naturally, intuitively to show up and present itself what I felt it was trying to teach me. And yeah, if you did watch last week's video, you know that the zodiac sign Cancer is ruled by the moon. So, and it's also a watery element. So this is very much all about emotions and rituals and routines. Those are the sort of things that are coming in. Because remember, anytime we want to like make a massive change to our life, and we want that huge transformation, it all starts off with that spark, with that one idea, but then really it's not about doing it once, it's about doing something over a period of time, over and over again, a routine, so to speak. And I think the challenges and the obstacles are that day one isn't hard, it's easy to start something new. The difficulty lies within consistency, so it's more like day 3, 4, 5 might become difficult. You might drop off, and then what happens once you've dropped off? Are you gonna chuck the whole idea out of the window, or are you gonna jump back on? Excuse me. And this is where I feel we can learn something from the moon. So yeah, new beginnings. What's been showing up for you? Ponder about that, and maybe think about how can you incorporate that into your life on a more of a regular basis. So the timing is good for it now, because remember, the moon is waxing again now. It's building up light and light. So you've got like the next 2 weeks to basically start to establish some new routines, and you're going to have the support of the moon for that. Specifically for me, Cancer represents the 7th house of the other. So for me, that speaks to my one-on-one relationships. It's quite funny because my husband is a Cancer sun. I've got lots of friends with Cancer placements, and Cancer being the moon, and the moon in my chart being in the 4th house of the family and the home. It really speaks to mothers. So it just, it's always nice to like look at the astro as well and kind of understand how what is intuitively showing up for me actually makes sense. That, yeah, of course it makes sense to be doing a video series just for mums. It's in my chart. Okay, and the transit sort of pinged that. Okay, all right. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is all about making sure that you have a really relaxing holiday, and to ensure that you're not gonna go away and come back home from your holiday needing like another vacation. Right, so if you are gonna be traveling with your whole family, so that means with your children, just sort of, let's for one moment honor the fact that you're going to be pulled out of your routine, out of that system and structure that works for you. You're going to be pulled out of that, and if it's anything like it is for me, I mean, there's no childcare, right? So whilst at home, I'm used to my son being in nursery 5 days a week. We won't have that while we're away. We're going to be away for 2 weeks next week. And the first week we're going to be staying in a villa. So we've got our own accommodation. That means it's just another house that needs to function and work, that needs to be cleaned. We need to cook, all those things that you do at home, they're going to have to be done there as well. But there's no babysitter. Second week, we're going to be staying with relatives. That means potentially there's like more babysitters on hand. But on the other hand, staying with family can also always be more pressure, because, you're like, there's more energy required of you to show up and hang out with your family. And yeah, regardless of how you feel and how your relationship is with them, you're going to need more energy to like be present, right? So my top tip for that, and this is something that I am religiously going to make sure that I'm going to be doing that this time, because I already said I would do it last time I went away and I didn't, and it went out the window and I was in a state. It's not a good idea. So what is it? I need to make sure, and please you do this as well, that every single day while you're out on your holiday, you take a little bit of time out just for yourself. Do it. As little or as much as you can get away with. If you are traveling with a child or children and there's at least one other adult with you, that means you can do this. You can just ask for this. And this is maybe something where before your holiday, you might have to talk to whoever's traveling with you, your partner, maybe another family, whoever it is, or you're visiting relatives. Make sure that you have communicated that in advance. I think that's really good, because probably still, even so, then no one's going to go up to you and say, do you need a break? You're going to have to ask for that. So make sure that you implement it every single day while you're out there and say, all right, I need a nap now. Just call it your nap time, Your inner child needs a nap just as much as an actual child does. So yeah, let's remember that. So yeah, ask for that time out, 60 minutes, 90 minutes away, 30 minutes, whatever you can do. Ideally, somewhere where you can just close the door and be on your own, and then do whatever the fuck you want. Look at your phone, read a book, nap, do some journaling, whatever you want. You do need that time away from the action. You need to remove yourself for a little bit just to recharge your batteries. And then trust me, the holiday is going to be so much more enjoyable and more relaxing because you're going to be able to be fully present. And that means you're also going to be able to give so much more to others, not just to others, also back to yourself. Because, yeah, you are basically, I think, let's just honor for a minute the fact that I think as mums, we are often the leader of the family. It's true though, isn't it? Everyone asks us for advice. I remember like that was one of the things I found really strange is probably the best word to describe it. Yeah, when I became a mother, how I noticed how my parents suddenly turned to me for advice and for looking to me for leadership, whereas up to that point it had always been me looking to them for advice. But now they want to know, how are things done in your family? When does your kid need to do X, Y, Z? When does this happen? How do you do this? Suddenly we're at the top of the pyramid, and that can be scary as fuck. So let's remember that yes, good leaders also need to rest and recharge their batteries. And yeah, it is your vacation just as much. Okay. Right, the next thing I want to do is some very, very quick relaxation exercises. I'm going to be reciting a couple of positive mantras, so you're invited to repeat them after me. And of course, you can return to this very, very quick meditation time and again. All right, so before we get started properly, I'd say find somewhere to sit. Maybe on the floor, cross-legged, that's obviously fine as well, or in a chair. And if you do sit on a chair, make sure that you've got both of your feet flat on the ground. I'm bare feet right now. I really quite like feeling that energy of being connected to the ground that supports me, so I can feel the ground both on the soles of my feet and on my thighs and my bum. All right, I've already lit a candle, and if you've got one around, I would say do that as well. I wanted to break into this new one with you together. I bought this last week in IKEA, and it smells really nice of like jasmine, and it's purple. So I work with like, obviously I do candle magic, so purple represents the crown chakra. So this relates to abundance, it relates to trust in the universe, faith as well. And it also relates to being able to release any kind of mental clutter, anxiety, brain fog. So yeah, this is what I'm working with. I've also got a rose quartz here, which I got from a lovely friend and mama. If you're watching this, love you so much and thank you again. So I'm going to include here the healing benefits of rose quartz, but whatever you've got, you know, and if you don't have one, don't worry. But yeah, I just always like holding a gemstone as I meditate, or as I do some quick relaxation exercises, and anything, in fact, it helps ground me massively. So, okay, so while you find a comfortable position now and close your eyes and hold, if you've got a gemstone in your hand, hold it in your left hand and maybe hold your right hand underneath it so that you do this kind of thing. So close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Notice the surface that you're resting on. Keep breathing deep breaths in and out. Really feel into the space around you. You're safe here, undisturbed. And this is your time. On the inhale, breathe in all the positive energy around you, all the love and support. And release on your exhale any tension that you've got stored in your body. Let's do a couple more breathing cycles like that. And now let's look at some positive affirmations and repeat after me. I honor my need to rest. I support myself in all that I do. Every day I find new ways of nurturing myself. Let's do those again. I honor my need to rest. I support myself in all that I do. Every day I find new ways of nurturing myself. Just continue breathing in and out. And if your thoughts are running away with you, just return to your breath and focus on the ebb and flow of your body and your lungs filling with air and releasing that air again. Okay. This is obviously just a quick, very quick relaxation, so let's come back. I always like wiggling my fingers. You can wiggle your toes. Maybe some shoulder circles back and forth. And let's do a really nice stretch. So just put your arms up. And on your exhale, stretch. Oh, nice. Oh, instantly feels good, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, come back to this one. You can just do it in your own time, obviously, you know. Just light a little candle, take a gemstone in your hand, sit down somewhere and just breathe a little bit. And I always like working with positive mantras. I find them super powerful. And you can do the same. You can use these ones or different ones. Just find them online. Don't write your own unless you really know how to do that. I might be doing a video about that at one point. Let me know if you're interested in that. Okay. All right. Let's get to the final bit now. And let's look at an oracle card. So this is the Matt Hughes Dreamscape Oracle. Yeah. All right, let's see what comes up. And then I don't know this deck that well yet. I mean, I generally work with tarot, but there's this little booklet here. So I'm just gonna read out what there is, and there's gonna be a mantra as well. So they do work with that, okay. So yeah, if you do work with tarot oracle decks, I would always recommend doing a super quick grounding meditation or relaxation thingy, just like we did now. Before you do that, you're just gonna have a much better time. It also helps you to just really come back to the here and now and to root yourself within the present moment. And to just do this from a place of where you're calm and you feel connected to your intuition rather than just like, oh, let me just quickly, you know, like the hecticness of the day to day. All right, let me pull a card and see what there is. Whoa. Okay, so did drop some. We're gonna ignore that. This is the sea turtle. I really like this card. I like that for Cancer new moon. I find it in that, look at the back of the card, there's literally the moon on there. I find that really fitting. Before I'm going to read what this is all about, I'm going to offer my own interpretation. Sea turtles obviously live in the sea, so this is something intuitive, emotional related. And what I know about turtles is that they get really, really old. And they're also really, really slow. So maybe there seems to be a correlation between doing things in your own time and calmly and slowly and having a long and happy life. So a good reminder for each and every one of us to slow the fuck down every now and then, right? Okay, let's see what this booklet offers here. Sea Turtle, number 73. Okay. The sea turtle is a gentle creature with a long lifespan and can swim over vast distances. It can take decades to reach full maturity, granting them insight and wisdom only accumulated through time and experience. Sea turtles represent the journey and share their infinite patience as you walk the path and learn from the lessons given along the way. When the sea turtle comes into your life, it may be time to look at the big picture and determine your needs for the long haul. Are you ready for the future? Now is the time to start planning. And then, yeah, this quick meaning, I don't know if it's a mantra as such. Enjoy the journey of your life. Start planning for the future. Wow. Oh, couldn't have said it any better. So yeah, definitely some new twists from what I was saying. So yeah. But it's very fitting, I feel like, to all of the stuff that we just spoke about in today's session. So yeah, I'm obviously going away now. I will be away for the next 2 weeks. There won't be any video content. I might be sending some written newsletters. Who knows? I'm not going to make any promises now because, you know, it's a holiday. Ideally, I should be relaxing and I shouldn't be working. But we'll see how it goes. I might just suddenly feel totally called to do all of this again. But yeah, so there's going to be a little bit of a break. In the meantime, go back and check out my previous videos from their secret links, so you won't be able to see them on my channel as such, but you can see them in the newsletter. Remember that I've got a free meditation that you can work with. And if you want to like release something massive that's buggering you, bothering you, heavy on your mind, remember I've also got Fresh and Calm, which is like a detox, a spring clean for your mind in my shop that you can buy, and then you've got immediate access to it and you can use it as many times as you want for as long as the internet exists. Yeah, right, so I also, while I'm away, and probably not until August, I won't be having any slots available for one-on-one sessions, but if you did want to book a session with me, a one-on-one, for either a self-love session where we work with astro and tarot, or maybe you want like a more traditional astrology reading or a more traditional tarot reading, I am aware that there are no slots on my website right now, but I will be opening my books again very, very soon. And yeah, in the meantime, just use the resources that I have already made available to you all. Okay, that's it from me now. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope that you have an amazing July, if I don't talk to you during next month. And if you are going away with your family, whatever that may be, I hope that you have an amazing time. It's a really lovely opportunity to make some amazing memories while we're away. And I hope you find time to relax, and I hope it's a relaxing experience. So big hugs and speak soon. Bye bye.